So our next film is going to be a big one. Probably one of the bigger releases of this year, just for the anticipation and all that and the people involved. But we're going to be talking about Black Adam. It's directed by, I still don't know how to say this name. Looks like Jame or Wame Colette Serra. And in ancient Kahndaq, Teth Adam was bestowed the almighty powers of the gods. After using these powers for vengeance, he was imprisoned, becoming Black Adam. Nearly 5,000 years have passed, and Black Adam has gone from man to myth to legend. Now free, his unique form of justice, born out of rage, is challenged by modern-day heroes who form the Justice Society: Hawkman, Dr. Fate, Adam Smasher, and Cyclone. So this film stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Sarah Shahi, Noah Centineo, Pierce Brosnan, Quintessa Swindle, Henry Cavill. Damn, the way I keep meaning to leave that as a surprise for folks. Jennifer Holland, Aldous Hodge, Muhammad Amir, Viola Davis, Joseph Gatt, Marwan Kenzari, Angel Rosario Jr., Bodhi Sabongui, my man Jamin Hansu, Jalen Christian, Odella Halevi, James Kusadi Moyer, and a bunch of other people. And yeah, man, overall, I'm gonna be an outlier. I feel like, judging by the way the internet has been dogging this film out, but I liked it.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun watching it.
Yeah, it is a fun affair. I think, like The Rock, other than his overall star power and box office draw, like I didn't feel like he did anything special, but also he didn't stink the joint up. Like he was good enough for what the role required, man. Essentially, I think Black Adam was supposed to be the first Shazam, but because of his origin story and the way he came out as, this brutal champion of these people, and it was like, yeah, we need a protector, but we need someone that's a little bit nicer, that's just not, indiscriminately just murdering and brutalizing everybody, man. So he was kind of too much, man. So they kind of put him on ice, man, the people that created him. And, he gets awakened, 5,000 years later when this country has been taken over by this evil corporation, essentially. They're being occupied by outside forces. So
it's a gang called Intergang. And that was the first, they showed up on, the Superman Adventures show, but this is the first live action version we see of Intergang.
Yeah, and that's cool, man. Because it's also interesting, man. Like for the shit people are giving this movie, I thought one of the interesting points was made when one of the characters, essentially when Hawkman and them show up, and she's like, "Why are you guys here now? Like, we've been needing your help for a long time, and it's like you guys are picking and choosing when you want to intervene in the world problems," and that's definitely you could take that as a criticism of U.S. foreign policy. We don't help everybody or get involved in every situation unless it really serves our interests, man. So are you being good to be good, or are you being good when there's something in it for you being good? And I think that was a good criticism of that. And but yeah, man, like everything else worked for me. I love the action in this. It was powerful. We got the money. They put the money on the screen. Big, crazy set pieces, explosions. And this thing had a lot of humor, man. Like I really enjoyed the comedy of this. It's kind of funny because I've seen one of the criticisms levied at, Marvel films is, they're always cracking jokes. And I'm like, man, did you see Black Adam? Because they was cracking a lot of jokes in there. It didn't hurt this film to have them jokes in there, bro.
Yeah, it's not the best of films, but it's a lot of action, a lot of fight scenes to where it seemed like almost a throwback film in a way, like kind of remind you of like, I don't know, like something you'll probably see in the 90s or whatever, or like early 2000s, like kind of like how the movie Push was, where it's a lot of like people with powers, having run-ins with each other. I just had a lot of fun watching this.
Try to knock each other in the head. I really like the casting, man. I really love Dr. Fate. And I like how they played up the relationship between him and Hawkman. You kind of get the sense, even though we don't see it, but they had history, And I thought that was great, man. Pierce Brosnan had definitely brought a lot to being in this film. You know, he definitely, you know, grounded it a little bit. You know, made it a little bit more respectable with what he brought to that role. I do like Aldous as Hawkman too, man. Like I was telling you earlier, man. He had like a weird John Wayne twang to his voice, and every time he talked, it was cracking me up, dude. It was so funny to me, man. I loved it, dude. Like. It worked, man. I was entertained, dude. Like, while I say it's the best superhero thing I've seen this year, probably not, but it's definitely one of the most entertaining.
Yeah, I had more fun than I thought I would in it. I've heard a lot of negative things. One of the few things that kind of bothered me is like the Justice Society. One thing, where have they been, and why are these characters all of a sudden just showing up? Second off. Did they rent Charles Xavier?
They might have been stuck doing grunt work for Waller.
yeah. You know, when all this other stuff has happened, like when Superman shows and all that. But then also like the castle or house or whatever the fuck that Hawkman's living in. Looked like he just rented out Xavier's place from the X-Men, you know, because he had a jet coming out of the ground, you know.
they kind of look like that Blackbird, you know? Yeah,
it looked like the Blackbird and everything, you know.
Yeah, man. And it had the Star Trek separation going on.
Yeah, it did, didn't it?
Yeah, man. I mean, but at this point, dude, what is really new under the sun? Like, even the way Hawkman jumped out of the plane, I was like, man, Black Panther did that in 2018. Dude, I almost did that. I think when this trailer first came out and we saw that, I was going to put a side by side of Black Panther dropping down and then Hawkman dropping out of his plane. But I was too lazy. I never got to it. But yeah, man, like, I don't know, man. Like, it's funny to me too, because I feel like this would have a lot broader appeal, you know, but I've been seeing some of the reactions, man. Some of our fellow podcasters have been chiming in, and you know, so it's I don't know, man. Like, the thing is, I didn't expect much, man. And one of the criticisms I've seen is the liberties they took with the Justice Society and some of the relationships and stuff. But honestly, I think I benefited from not knowing anything about that. I was telling you earlier, I don't know much about Black Adam except that he's a adversary to Shazam at times, and he pops up in his universe. So I'm not that particular about how things are playing out or are accurate to the source or any of that, because it's all new to me. I'm wondering
if he'll ever play like a mentor or whatever to Billy. You know, that's Shazam or Captain Marvel. You know, DC's Captain Marvel. And film wise, that would be kind of interesting relationship, because
that could be,
even though both of their powers coming from the same source, but that's two different type of personalities.
But if you remember, I think we did report when in the earlier days, because I think Shazam might be pushed back almost a year so far. Like the release date that they've got confirmed now. It should have been out like last summer or something like that, or last year. I think they did some reshoots, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Black Adam's big old head pops up somewhere, or it has a quick like, "Hey, what's going on?" You know, like, I don't know, man. But it does have me excited, man. Like overall, I left this thing with a buzz, man. I left excited for future DC film stuff, you know, and I haven't really felt that in a long time. Not since the Suicide Squad have I felt that, dude.
You know. Yeah, it's a lot of fun in the DCEU. I'm hopefully James Gunn will help them right the ship a little bit. This was a good step in the right direction, even though he wasn't involved. But you know, I kind of can't wait to see what happens.
But also, I think, man, that could have been a last minute thing too, man. Because you know, the Waller stuff, like the way some of this stuff looks, it definitely feels like it could have been, you know, post-production changes, you know, extra scenes, and even there's some stuff missing, man. like I was looking for my man, Black Adam to swat them F-22s out the air.
Yeah, that's not even in the film. That's not even in that film.
Yeah, so who knows, man? This thing might have been doctored up a little bit, because it would make sense having Waller in there, because that more directly relates to what Gunn was doing with the Suicide Squad. So maybe this could be
And also the Peacemaker series.
Yeah, so maybe this could be serving as a jump-off point for that.
And Waller's kind of an evil, very evil version of damn Nick Fury.
Very evil. Man, you know what it is, man? Fury, like, if we're really getting to the nitty-gritty, he's done some evil things in the name of good. He's just a little bit, he's a little tough and grizzled, but he's better at, he's more diplomatic about it. He can hide his stuff a little bit better, even though he's getting meaner with his age. But Waller is just straight up like I'm.
yeah.
So we got some of that going on, but I liked it, man. I don't care, man. I say go see it, and if you see it and you don't like it, don't be mad at me. You're gonna see a lot more movies that you don't like in your lifetime if you go see movies. Like, hey, then, but I liked it. The shit. I don't know.
I was in a class today. I've been in a class this week for school. I mean, not for school, for work. And I was. There was some of the guys that was in there talking, and they were pretty much kind of saying that they couldn't really. One of the guys said he couldn't really watch Ant-Man because the way his powers work. He gets tiny, he's strong, and kind of.
That's the coolest part.
I know. But he was like, he couldn't watch the film. The dude said he couldn't watch the film because of that, and I'm saying to myself, dude, those are PIM particles. They don't really exist in this world. At some point, he's fighting a damn, Titan a Titan at one point, with other like superpowered beings,
And that's what kept you away. What
dude? I don't know.
What else did he like though? That's superhero related. So you couldn't get with the Ant-Man being small.
Yeah,
and strong.
Yeah. I'm not. It's comic book. It's comic book physics and shit. So I'm saying to myself, just have fun. It ain't supposed to be about you overthinking what's happening on screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're overthinking it. This and that may not be for you, dude. Like,
I watch horror films, and none of those things ever make sense.
Yeah.
Shit, the Fast and the Furious. It's just a movie. I've been in car accidents before. I've had a concussion. Nothing, like you look at the Fast and Furious. Nobody walks around with a concussion.
Yeah,
nobody gets gas.
I've seen a real world car drive, pull itself along a rope bridge by its two front wheels, like dangling off. Like where's the momentum? Where's the grip coming from?
Yeah.
It's a rear-wheel drive car. How are you hanging on this bridge by the front two tires? Like, we suspend our belief all the time, man. It's funny when people choose to have things kick in. Like, it didn't make no sense. Like, none of it does.
Yeah, the whole family thing. I'm not that close to anybody to where I can do like international, hero shit.
Yeah, none of this shit make no sense.
You podcast from different states, and I don't think me and you ever get in a caper by being podcast. We're kind of family, but
Yeah, I don't even know how this shit works. I turn it on. It's just do what it do. If we're being honest, I just know.
Yeah, you'll never podcast to save the world or anything. That shit's not happening.
Yeah.
But it's possible if we were like in a movie, we could probably save people by doing a podcast. You never know. I've seen it's anime like Bill and stuff has happened like that because internet people doing shit, and just don't overthink things. Just go and
have
enjoy.
Fun. And that's the thing. That's the biggest thing that I got away from it. It wasn't trying to reinvent superheroes or anything. It was trying to just entertain me, and it worked. Like I'm not a hard. I can be hard on some types of things, but I'm not a hard sell for audience, man. I watch all kinds of stuff, man, and it made a case for itself, definitely better than any Venom or Morbius or any of that stuff I've seen so far. Like it's miles ahead of that, man. So like, give it a break. Like, come on, man. I don't know. But I think also audience have been spoiled to certain things, man, because some of this stuff has been really well made, but then it's like even the good stuff isn't good enough.
Yeah,
it ain't reinventing the wheel, but it's a fun ride.
Yeah, it's not like you're making Shakespeare or anything.
Yeah, it's Black Adam. He ain't nobody. Yeah. If we really talking about it, like come on, son.
Yeah, most people hadn't even heard of Black Adam before this film, so
Yeah, and it's like it is some of the criticism I have when people critique like a Morbius. I'm like, what did you expect? It's Morbius. He might have had a book, but nobody was ever, oh man, you got to see the new Morbius. No one's putting that on their pull list in the damn comic book store. Maybe if you got extra money left over and you're like, all right, let me try this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the only time I ever I read anything with Morbius in it, Spider-Man was kicking his ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like we gotta, rein it in a little bit with some of this. If they announce a Cyclone movie, I'm not expecting much. But I'll probably go see it. Come on.
Yeah, she was a fun character in this film. I wasn't really expecting anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I'm not going to expect it to be like Endgame or Infinity War or something. It's wild out there, man.
Cyclone still twisting. That could be a.
Yeah, man. Let's get out of here, man.